Today we want to share a video from companion Ivan Paino from the channel School of Knowledge, searching and finding a possible explanation for the supposed Antarctic Solar Day. First of all, it must be said that the Antarctic Solar Day is what supposedly happens at those Antarctic latitudes, where they say the sun is visible 24 hours a day for 6 months straight due to the sphere's axis tilt allowing the rays to hit like that on Earth. And I say that it supposedly happens because the recordings we can find on the networks about this phenomenon are often doubtful. Many times we have addressed this topic and we emphasize not to confuse hours of sunlight that could occur due to different phenomena with hours of direct observation of the sun. But of course, even if the 24 hours of sunlight for 6 months can happen, it's important to remember that the sun won't fall. Here, polygraphy, Ivan Paino explains how such a phenomenon could also be observed on a flat circular Earth. And it's important to always bear in mind that the celestial object we see is its apparent position reflected in the atmosphere, not its actual position. Many phenomena occur that also distort the light as it passes through, in addition to electromagnetic effects. I leave you with Ivan's explanation. A greeting and see you soon.
On this projection of Kisa, the path that the sun describes is marked in red throughout a solar day over the Tropic of Capricorn during the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, or during the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. This circle will be what you see here, a few degrees latitude further south, right on latitude 66.55 degrees south is the Great Polar Circle.
Arctic Circuit.
Any observer located, for instance, at this position at 66.55 degrees of latitude south of the equator or on the circle, the Antarctic Polar would have the following perspective or the following observation on the motion that describes the sun on that particular day along of the great circle of the Tropic of Capricorn. And what is that? Well, we're going to see it now by positioning on the drawing a crystal hemisphere that it also works if you build a similar model yourselves with Metraki and the tower by filling it with water, for example. Okay, let's see. Like that circle where the sun is located at that specific moment on that day, it interweaves or couples along the shape of the hemisphere in a hyperbolic model in such a way that this path described by the sun, which is then marked in that red color, will do the following. Watch a little further south. Let's see if I can place my finger. The observer would be at that point, but what happens when observing the movement of the sun? Well, right?
12 a.m. The sun
will head east. It goes up gradually until it reaches the zenith at that point and starts to go down until it returns back to the part, let's say it goes back to go south again until it reaches the antipodes of its zenith position. That is here at 0 hours. This would be 0 hours and this 12 hours. As you see the movement of the sun, apparent is this. It takes the form from the dome and this movement as if it were from a moon, right? Whereas the actual motion is completely circular. A completely circular motion, it performs in 24 hours, this effect. And with this perspective, due to the hyperbolic model generated by water within the atmosphere, it causes that movement to melt on the outer part of the hemisphere or of the dome in such a way that any observer at any point from the Antarctic Circle would have the same perspective or the same observation on the movement of the sun in the sky, making that polar day in the southern hemisphere. In every place it is there for 24 hours since the sun doesn't set. This is because look how 90 degrees south from the perpendicular position where the sun stands on that day, yet the sun still radiates, that is, it's radiating or could be seen at most at this point, that is to say that its radiation still reaches beyond the known Earth's bound, so...
And here, we also leave you a short video from a while ago where they also try to simulate with a hemisphere with a glass dome. By striking with light all around it, this is also how those 24 hours of light in Antarctica can occur, alongside the sun moving around the flat Earth in circulation and static. So here you have another quick example where they simulate that observation, that phenomenon, which could also occur not only in the official form with the sphere they tell us about.